From the very beginning of my channel, I kept on saying the reason why Prince Harry would split with Meghan Markle is not because he will be falling out of love, which will happen eventually, and I hope that he will see right through it. But the main reason, according to what I said in this channel, would be that Prince Harry, he would not like his job. In other words, he will become miserable, going through everyday stress, going to work or working from home from $11 million mansion. He would not like it. He would not enjoy it, and as a result, one day he would just wake up to this realization that this life is not for him. The reason for that is because obviously we know, being a prince, you live a very comfortable life, if not luxurious, at least very, very comfortable. Given the fact that he was in Afghanistan, he was trained there, he understands hardship. Going through hardship again with Meghan Markle is a completely different scenario. It's a completely different story than choosing to go through hardship, which he did in Afghanistan again. So this time it looks like came true. What I said is exactly what is happening right now, and even though I'm glad, that he is realizing it sooner than later, but the possibility is always there that Prince Harry would eventually split with Meghan Markle over this, and this is what he said again. This is why I wanted to share with you this video. So Prince Harry, quote, has revealed he fears he will burn out, end quote, as he tries to make the world, quote, a better place for his children Archie and Lilibet. In his latest interview on US television, the Duke of Sussex said he struggles to balance working from home in his £11 million mansion in Montecito, California, with parenting. Now, Prince Harry, he did acknowledge that this new life, this working from home, being a parent at the same time, can be very, very overwhelming. In other words, I mean, you become very overwhelmed, you become very stressed when you do not enjoy the process of your work, when you do not really like or love, when you are not in love with your profession. And we have seen this from Prince Harry's facial expression in the past, his attitude, the way he was talking many times. The point here is that when I said in the beginning that Prince Harry would eventually split with Meghan Markle over his life becoming so stressful, it is becoming more and more likely. Living with Meghan Markle is one thing, working for it is another. What I mean by that, if you ask me to live with a girl, with a wife, it's one thing. I'm being provided, my father is paying me for it. In this case, Prince Charles, he did pay Prince Harry. He did not really have to work. The other thing is that I'm living with my wife with this condition that every day I will have to wake up and go through this process of stress. In this case, burnout, quote unquote, as he said, is another completely different thing, right? So are we seeing symptoms? Are we seeing signs of Prince Harry not liking his life, not liking what he's doing? Of course, it is obvious, because he's not from US. He's living in a foreign country with a foreign woman, with 2 kids, trying to, give this impression to the rest of the world that he's happy and that Meghan Markle, he's in love with her. This is in itself is also very, very stressful, putting up a fake face in front of the camera. Everywhere he goes, he has to act like he loves, he has to prove as if like he's proving the world that he is still in love with Meghan Markle. And as I said in my other video, this is very much undesirable for a couple who is married now for 4 years to go on stage and kiss each other. it is normal for other couple, but for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, I think it just shows they were trying to send a message to their followers and people who are talking about their split, that we are in love, and this is the proof. And I said this before, they do not have to prove. They can just live a normal life, go in public, don't have to kiss each other, just act normal. But they are not acting normal because they can't. It has become so addictive to them that they need to put up a drama, they need to fake it in order to convince themselves that our brand is working, our decision to throw our family under the bus was the right one. This is how it is. He said, my quote, this is what Prince Harry said, my sort of mantra now every day is a dangerous one because I need to make sure I don't have burnout, end quote. Quote, I make a world a better place for my kids, otherwise what is the point? Responsibility I feel as a parent, you probably feel as well, and when we can't fix everything, we know that, but what we can do is be there for each other. Okay, so some very profound word, very profound statement coming from from Prince Harry, explaining his experience, life after leaving the monarch. The reason I said Prince Harry, for him it is a completely different story, working every day a job that he doesn't like, is because he was, as I said in the very beginning of this video, he was living in UK, a very happy-go-lucky, this is what they say, happy-go-lucky. He was living a very comfortable life. Coming to this country, new country, and taking on new challenges, in this case he said responsibility, right, his own word, is not something, he would love to continue on for too long. He would, at the end of the day, we want to do things on our own terms. But right now, Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, especially for Prince Harry, nothing is on his own term. Everything is being given to him. He is now being told by his employers what to do, what not to do, which is again not something he's used to. He could take a vacation when he was a prince, in the UK. He could do whatever he wanted, but now he has to have permission. Now his employer has to give him time off. Now he has to take his employers with him to the Invictus game, in this case Netflix. Come with us, you need my to take my videos, what I'm doing there, no problem, come with me. So these are all not ideal. If my employer is following me everywhere and I feel like I'm being employed, I feel like I have this responsibility to prove my employer that this tour is successful, or this tour is all about them, then it is not as enjoyable as opposed to if I just go there and live my own life, forget about everybody else. I love Invictus game, I'm gonna go enjoy there. But he can't do that. He has to have his employer with him. This is way more stressful. So again, for Prince Harry, things are changing. We do not know where it will go, but definitely something he has to think, and I hope he will. And perhaps go back to his country and maybe take Meghan Markle if he doesn't split right now. As a man, as a leader, as a father, he has a responsibility towards his own parents, his own family in UK. So if you talk about responsibility like he did, then what about your responsibility with your own family members? Why you are so worried about your responsibility in the States, in US, with your 2 kids? They have right to your family. What about that part of the responsibility? He doesn't talk about that. So go back, and fulfill your responsibility that you are talking about, that you are promoting. Something very, very interesting came out in the news. I decided to share with you. Subscribe if you're new here. I'll see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day.